Hi guys, and welcome back to another STEM at Home episode with me, Miss Jenny. Today's pretty exciting because we are going to be exploring the world of acids and bases. Now you've probably heard of something being acidic before, especially if you tuned in for our experiment with the pennies a few weeks ago where we used lemon juice, which was very acidic. Almost all liquids are acidic or basic to some degree, so we are going to be exploring that, and being little scientists, we're going to have a lot of fun with this, exploring acids and bases. So let's go ahead and get started. So before we get to our science experiment, we definitely want to familiarize ourselves with what is called a pH scale. It's a scale that shows how acidic or basic something is. So we have 0 through 6, these are the acids, and then we have 8 through 14, these are the bases. 0 is the most acidic. Acids tend to be corrosive and sour, so think of lemons, or I wrote here the inside of our stomach. Things that are bases tend to be like slippery and bitter, so think laundry detergent or soaps. Right in the middle we have 7, which is neutral. In this territory we have distilled water. Blood is pretty neutral. I put that down there. And then a surprising one, I put our face here, which is a little acidic. Our face is usually a 5.5 to help protect our skin. So we are going to be using this scale. Now usually scientists use what's called pH or litmus paper, but I don't have that at home. So today we're going to be using red cabbage. What? What? Red cabbage actually contains a pigment called anthocyanin that changes colors when it's mixed with an acid or a base, so that's what we're going to use today. So for our experiment today, these are the things that you're going to need. Our star ingredient, of course, is the red cabbage. You're going to need about 1/4 to 1/2 of a red cabbage chopped up. You're also going to need a pan with 4 to 5 cups water to heat the cabbage in, and then a strainer or a colander. We're also going to need paper cups or something to test all of the liquids in that we're going to use today. Safety goggles, because we're definitely going to be using cleaning products and things with bleach, so I definitely advise these, along with gloves in case your hands come into contact with some of the materials. And then the rest of it is up to you. It's just stuff you want to test, whether it's acidic or basic. So I'm going to test lemon, I have some white vinegar, I have some various cleaning products, baking soda. I'll show everything that I'm going to be testing in these next clips. So to start our experiment, we need to make the solution that's going to test whether something is acidic or basic. So we're going to heat up our 4 to 5 cups of water on the stove on medium heat with all of our cabbage for about 15 to 30 minutes. All right, so our cabbage and water have been on the stove for 15 minutes. And the color is really incredible. It's kind of like an indigo navy, and so I think this is definitely ready. I'm gonna go ahead and strain this into a pitcher or another container. So I've let my solution cool a bit, and so now I'm gonna start testing some liquids that I at least know. So I'm gonna start with tap water, and I've labeled all my cups for you guys so we can put them in order at the end. But let's see what happens. So tap water should be pretty neutral, so it looks like I have kind of like a like bluish purple kind of color. So that's kind of in the middle. So next I'm going to test a known acidic, which is lemon juice. Ooh, so this one turns like definitely like a reddish pink. So the reddish pink are going to be the acids. So I'll put that here. And then a known base I have here is soapy water. I just put some dish soap in some regular tap water. So let's go ahead and test this one. This one it's hard to tell on camera, but especially compared to the tap water, This one's green, more green. So for the bases, we're looking at kind of a greenish color. Okay, so let's keep going. I have orange juice next. Oh, definitely is an acid. Got rubbing alcohol, which we used for our Sharpie tie-dye. Let's test this one. This is very purple. So this is, I would say, even more neutral than my tap water, which I'm not sure what that says about my tap water. I also have ketchup. So let's add our cabbage solution. Kind of hard to tell, but it's a little acidic. It's kind of pinky purpley, so a little acidic, which makes sense. Tomatoes are a little acidic. I've also got olive oil. So let's try this one. Hard to tell. Looks a bluish purpley. So maybe in between tap water and rubbing alcohol. Next up, I have white vinegar, which, no surprise here, vinegar is very acidic. Next, I have some oat milk. What was in my fridge to try. Let's add our solution. Maybe a little bit more. It's a little hard to tell. This looks pretty neutral, actually. So I have Pine Sol, which is a floor cleaner. And that is looking very, very acidic. Baking soda that I dissolved in some tap water. So let me add our solution. Ooh, this one is like it's kind of hard on camera, but it looks more bluish green in real life. On camera it looks a little purple. I'm also going to test some window cleaner. So let me add our solution. Ooh, this is very green. This is the most basic product that we've had so far. Next up is pickle juice. Ooh, very acidic. Let's also do kind of a gross one. This is my own spit. That's disgusting, but I wanted to test it. Looks pretty neutral, actually, pretty neutral. For our last one, I have Soft Scrub, which is a cleaner that contains bleach. So let me put in our solution. Ooh, you can tell, it's hard to tell on camera, but that is, ew, kind of like a mustard yellow, but I think on the far end, because usually bleach is very basic. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put all of these things that we've tested in order from most acidic to most basic. All right, so on our acidic side, this is what we have as the most acidic. I've got Pine Sol, white vinegar, lemon juice, pickle juice, which usually has white vinegar in it, ketchup, tomatoes are pretty acidic, and orange juice. Kind of somewhere in the more neutral territory, I have rubbing alcohol, my own spit, sorry, oat milk, olive oil, which is a little hard to tell because it separates, obviously, and tap water. And then these are my more basics. I've got baking soda and water, soapy water, which we knew, this window cleaner, definitely, and then, ooh, this soft scrub with the bleach. This is very strong. Overall, this was a really interesting experiment to do with just things that we had in the house with red cabbage. So I hope you guys will do this at home. So I hope you guys had fun learning about acids and bases. I know I did. I would say though, if I did this experiment again, I would make way less of the cabbage solution. So I would say you probably only need like 2 cups of water and 1/4 of a cabbage if you want to test a lot of different things. So I hope you guys learned something today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye!